Yes, sir. It's your boy B Hayes. We back with another one, guys. So AMC is sitting at $12.36 at time of this recording, guys, and it's mad confusing. Not us being mad confused, but they are being mad confused. They not knowing exactly how they want AMC to operate. Do they want them to go in the opposite direction of the overall market? Do they want them to trend with the overall market? It's all mixed up right now, guys. If you notice and been paying attention to detail, the week before last, when we had a short week like this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the overall market indexes was doing very well. AMC was in fact staying the same in price action some days, coming down in price action some days, and dropping like a rock in some days. And then that following week, we like, hey, well, since this is what y'all want to do, y'all want to let us move in the opposite direction of the market. When the market is trending up, y'all want to pull us down. We know this is not going to hold for the market. It wasn't going to be sustainable. So once the market starts to crash, we want to see AMC soar and run and be that hedge against inflation like we originally sought out to be. Because from the beginning of this whole situation, we know AMC should be running in the opposite direction of the overall market since the OG way, since the beginning of this whole thing. We was a hedge against inflation. But as of now, you seen on last week, the week when the overall market was getting crushed, it was coming down, pulling back, giving back all those gains. AMC should have been soaring, but only 2 days out of that week we got any benefits from it, and we still didn't really benefit from it because we stayed in that channel between breaking 1250 and that 14, not really much. So you already know, guys, they doing everything in their power, everything in their will to hold this monster back, because once it's unleashed and once the beast is unlocked, it ain't no stopping it. And you see exactly every single time when I mentioned this before, some people say, well, it ain't, they try to deny it. But basically all I was saying, how you know this beast do not play once it's unlocked, is every single time AMC starts to trend up or go to its peak, it only take a matter of days, a matter of weeks for it to get there. Even though it may seem as if we've been down this whole time, we've been trending down. But once we start to trend up and hold that reversal of a trend, we run up very quickly and very sharply. Just like when we came down to 13 a couple months ago, a month or so ago, and we shot up to 36 in 14 days. Just like at the beginning of all this, when we was trading at 10, 11, 12, $13, and how fast we got to 40, how fast we got to 50, and how fast we got to 70. Only reason it seemed, if you zoom all the way out, that this whole thing has been so long and exhausting is the fact that it took them, all this manipulation, this extra money and power and resources to drive this price down day by day, artificially for the past 7, 8, 9 months, guys. We've been just, getting basically effed this whole time, these months and months that it seemed like it. But every time the real price action starts to come about, whenever them pressures start to bust pipes, that's when we spike from 13 to 36 very quickly, or go from 20 to 70 very quickly, because that's the real price action of AMC. And they was losing control whenever those moments in time happen, guys. And it's going to happen again. They will lose control again. So anyways, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at this. We know the market was on to something this morning. We had a nice early morning spike, but I knew the market was going to come right back down, guys. It's going to be this choppy during these times. That's why I told you guys I got out of my Carvana. I got in at 21. I got out at 28. I told you guys I was getting out at 30, but you see how things just plays out in your favor sometimes. I had knew the sellout point would be 30, but I'm like, hey, sometimes just by being involved in this market, you got to understand and put yourself in the market some type of way. I can't even really further explain that. But anyways, I just knew, this might not make it a 30 this time. That's my plan. But sometimes I got to break my plan in order to protect myself and make sure I lock in my profits. And once I sold at 28, we see it didn't reach 30. It went to the high 28, I believe, this morning. And then it came down crashing to rate way back down to 26, guys. And it could go to 25 and 24. Why I told you I would rinse and repeat and reload, guys. So we seen exactly what was taking place. I knew, the market is very, unpredictable right now. You definitely want to be in defense mode during these times, unless you, got positions that's for day traders, unless you got another account where you just accumulating quality companies during this time to hold for the next 3, 4, 5 years, guys. So we know the Dow Jones turns lower ahead of the Fed minutes. We know how the Feds like to put their dictation on the market. Like we know, guys, whatever the Feds say, that's what the market is going to do. I know you've seen time and time again, after seeing a company with good news, good catalysts, outstanding news and catalysts, and you're like, dang, what happened to the price action? Why is it not going up? And then you see a company with bad news, bad catalysts, and you see the price shoot up, or sometimes you might see it go down. It could be 50-50, either or. Good news, the price will go 50-50. Bad news, price will go 50-50. But let me tell you something. Whenever the Feds come out and put their dictation on the market and whatever they want it to go, they know if they're going to put good news out, they know it's going to go up. They put bad news out, it's going to go down. They got a 99% conviction rate. And that 1% of the time when they're wrong is whenever the market is in a moment like it is now, meaning stocks and came down to lower levels that people and investors not really too much concerned of what's going on now. Like, okay, you got a stock that went from $400 to $10. It's like, okay, I understand the economy's still bad, but I'm about to buy this stock. I don't care what type of direction you want to put on it now, because it's already done beating bad. It's beating bad to the white meat. It ain't nowhere else you can do now but just to make it, you can kill it dead. I mean, you done beat it to past the white meat, to the blood. Only thing you can do now is kill it. And if you kill the market dead, that means the market is going to not operate no more. It's going to shut down. Price is going to stay the same way they at and not do nothing else. And do you think that's happening? No, I don't think that's happening. So that's how the Feds lose their steam and lose control whenever they bring the market down to low levels. They don't have that, they could put the dictation on it to make it come down even lower, and we could in fact see it go up. And that's that 1% of the time when they're wrong, guys. So you already know. But anyways, the Dow Jones Industrial Average reversed lower after early gains Wednesday morning ahead of the highly anticipated release of the minutes from the last month's Fed's meeting. Minutes from the Federal Reserve most recent meeting are due out at 2 p.m. At the June policy meeting, the Federal Reserve announced a 75 basis point rate hike for the first time since 1994. The minutes should provide more details on the Fed decisions. Meanwhile, the Labor Department job openings and labor turnover survey is due out at 10 a.m. May's job opening numbers are expected to fall to 11.2 million from April's 11.4 million. So you guys already know the Feds, they is definitely going to try and aggressively hike interest rates and help tame those balance sheets, because we know the Feds is on the line right now. The government's face card is on the line right now. Everybody is counting on them to help get the world back to how it was. And a lot of people is expecting them to aggressively do things in a way to help get things back to normal as quickly as possible, to help bring inflation down. So you already know, guys, they is going to do everything they might to, protect their lousy old dollar, because the dollar that you holding on today, that green paperback money, is going to be, your downfall. Because a lot of people have the opportunity to invest 100 of that dollars, 1,000 of that dollars, 2,000 of that dollars, depending on your circumstances, to invest it into these markets that could potentially turn that money into 20,000, 30,000, 10,000. Some may say that may be a lot, some may say it may be a little bit. But my point is, whatever you can put in it now will give you multiply, and that money will make you money babies in the future. And that's what it's all about. That's what wealth building is all about. That's what, that's just what it's all about. You want to earn money, and then you want to make it multiply. Regardless if you turn $1 to $100, even though it was just $1, that means you should have put more. So whatever you able to invest during these times, you definitely need to be investing it, guys, because you want to look back 3, 4, 5 years from now, be like, dang, I wish I would have took advantage of that market. Because a lot of people, this is their first time being involved in the situation to see prices as cheap as they cheap and being in a market crisis. So 5 years, 3 years from now, everybody does it. I wish I would have bought more. I wish I would have invested more. I wish I would have learned more. I wish I would have listened more. All those different things would be going across their head, and knowing how much less powerful that the money they holding on to has the spending capability in 2025 or 2026. You already know what it's like in 2022. Hell, $1,000 is literally, it's something. Now, I hate to say money is nothing, but I'm saying far as the point of $1,000 is gone like that. after you get gas, buy your outfit, go out to eat. And especially if it's just more than you now. If it's just one person, you may say, man, $1,000 will last me. I'm talking about if you got a wife, a girl, a child, you know, you got a real family. $1,000 ain't gonna last. So you already know, man, I'd rather put 1,000 in Sheeb or 1,000 in Bitcoin rather than just holding it in my pocket. But I'm not about to put everything, all my money in assets or nothing like that. I believe in holding cash, I believe in holding capital, but I also believe in being diversified, meaning having, you know, investments here, investments there, you know, all over the place, guys. And also having a stockpile of cash sitting in a safe in the bank or wherever you want to have it sitting at. But anyways, have that, you know, cash accessible to you as fast as possible, because opportunities will be coming about more often than not during these times. So you already know, guys, what to do. Add your boy on Instagram at the BH Show. I love y'all. We out, and God bless you.